Hi everyone. Thanks again for jumping online today. Yes, as always, I've got a few reflections of the week as a life as an expat. And there's been a lot that's happened over the last week, but I thought I'd touch on a few points which might be helpful for you and may also give you some insight into what it's like and some of the changes and the cultural changes that I've experienced in the week that's just gone past. Yeah, we're going into autumn now. But when I reflect on summer more broadly, it's been quite a wet summer, which has been a little bit unusual for me coming from Australia. So we've had many days of sunshine, but we've also had lots of days of torrential rain, which has been a little bit challenging at times, especially when you're not prepared. But the other thing that I've noticed this week is it's getting darker and darker each day. So the great thing about being in the Netherlands or being, I guess, in this part of Europe is that during summer you get some very long days of sunshine. So some days you might get some sunlight at about 5:30 in the morning up until 11 o'clock at night. So you get to really enjoy the sun, hang out with friends, hang out with family, have some drinks and those types of things quite late in the evening. However, as we're getting closer and closer into autumn, it's getting darker and darker. And from memory, in winter, there's a little light. So maybe there might be 6 hours of light. So I'm not looking forward to that. But just trying to make the most of the sunshine while I have it, or the daylight while I have it, before we go into that phase. The other thing that it's been a bit interesting and still trying to adapt to, in particular, is Dutch food. We had a work function this week, which is always great to kind of socialize and obviously have a couple of drinks with your colleagues. But the food within the Netherlands generally, I do struggle with a little bit. So there's things such as bitterballen, kaas souffle, which is a cheese, melted cheese in sort of a crumbed pastry, if you want to call it that. And bitterballen, for example, is a version of a risotto, but very, very different as well. Always really nice with a couple of drinks, especially where you want to, have something in between. But definitely still a bit of a struggle for me, and I guess the food culture is very different to what I'm used to as well. So still definitely something after 2.5 years I'm still struggling with, but a bit of a moment that I had this week. And as a final item that I wanted to talk about, and something that kind of was a reflection moment for me, as I was talking to one of my colleagues this week at work, and tragically she had lost her husband and her dad within a very short period of time, and obviously was still very distraught with this as well. It happened a few months ago. But it was a nice reflection for me this week to be really grateful for the experiences that I'm having, for the amazing journey that I've had, but also for what's important in life. And I think, coming over and being an expat has been an amazing experience and journey for me. But it was a nice reflection moment for me, even though tragic news, to really be happy and gracious for the life that I have. But that I also made this move in this mindset change to be able to challenge myself and to be in somewhere completely different, growing each day and learning each day as well. So hopefully that resonates with each of you as well in some of the decisions that you're making. Really making sure that life is very short, and we really want to ensure that we make good decisions for us to make the most of it while we're happy, healthy, etc. As well. So they're my reflections for this week. As always, feel free to put comments in the comment section, and I'm more than happy to answer those. If not, I can use them for future videos that I'll release. Please subscribe as well so you don't miss these updates. But as always, thanks again for jumping on, and looking forward to providing you with some more updates and insights next week. Thanks.